evening. It is Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. Welcome to Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine. I am your host, Camila, aka Sunshine. We are live on Spotify. We are live on YouTube, the name of the show. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are live on my Facebook page, Sunshine Camila, and I am making it public now. For those who are not my friends yet, you actually can join in on the conversation. Mainly, as always, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You are one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. It has been proven over and over again since the podcast has started. This evening, it's been a long time. I reached out to them almost a month ago, I think, and I'm excited that they're here. The son and the father together on this show. Xander and Silas Bogin is here, and we're excited to talk to them about what's going on in their lives. I know them and got connected through them from Wally, my big bro. Said, look, sis, you need to get these two people on your show. They got some exciting news. They got some exciting things going on in their life. And it's very important that they come on to your show. So welcome the Bogans to the show. How y'all doing this evening?
Good.
I'm good. How about you?
I can't complain. It wouldn't make no sense to do so anyway, but I can't complain. So let's get into this conversation. I wish I was where you guys are so I could feel like I'm in celebrity status. Like I need to get your autograph like right now. Because it's going to mean something. It's going to mean something. I'm going to get some money for it because I got his autograph when he was just making history and all of these stuff before he gets to ESPN. I'm speaking these things right now. Before he gets to ESPN, gets to the Olympics and all that great stuff. I remember when I had a conversation with him. How you feel about that?
So good. I'm glad that starting off early, getting those early accomplishments. Cause like right now, all I'm trying to do is just make it to where I'm trying to be.
And
right
where's
now,
that?
First, on that I'm trying right now, I'm trying to keep my grades together. Everything keep doing, I'm doing my sports to get a scholarship. And then after that, do what I gotta do in college to make it to the next level.
So the part I'm going to start off at is with his bio. So Xander right now plays 2 sports, and he's dang on good at both of them. Right now, he is making history not only with the 2 sports in the school, but he's an excellent track and field runner who's making headlines across this nation. So again, when I said I'm going to be glad to have this conversation before ESPN, before all of these other people try to snatch him up, we can always say that Sunshine talked to him way before them. So, Xander, what school you go to right now?
Pleasantville High School to New Jersey.
New Jersey?
Mhm.
So let's go back to the beginning. Can you remember exactly when you started with sports or wanted to play sports?
I started wanting to play sports when I was around like 8. Yeah. Around like 8, but then I didn't start right away. I started like breaking out, training and stuff, throwing it like going outside, throwing the ball with my dad and everything. And then I started sports at 9. But first I started football, and then my football team, my coach, I started a track team, and so I went out for track. And then ever since then, I've been doing these 2 sports.
So in football, what's your position in football?
Football, I play receiver, DB, and safety.
Receiver makes sense
Mhm.
because you got to run and catch.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
Defensive back.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And then the safety.
Safety. That
Mhm.
makes sense. You still got to run. Uh-huh. So, and then playing football, was there anyone that you admired to be like in your position on the team? Was there anyone like in the NFL that you was like, look, I want to be like this?
Um, I sit back and watch Jamar Chase.
Okay.
Uh, I want to be like Jamar Chase.
Okay.
I've been watching him ever since high school.
Wow. Okay. So, with that being said, what does it take, in your opinion, to be a great football player?
Waking up every day, working out, take care of your body, and that's really all it is. For real. Just make sure you working hard, doing what you got to do.
So, what was that conversation with your parents like? Look, I want to play this sport. What did that conversation look like?
When I asked him, my dad, he was like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, I'm positive." And then after he signed me up, and then the first practice, he I think I started off on defense, and they had me at defense end, and I was still real little skinny.
Uh huh.
I was still moving people out the way and everything. And then ever since then, they knew I was gonna be good in football. And then once I started track, after my first couple of track meets, I lost my first track meet, but then after that, I had the mindset I'm not gonna lose no more.
Mm.
And
So that
then
was one of those, like, as we call it, affirmations. Like, look, I'm talking to myself that there's nobody out here that can beat me. So is this
mhm,
something you said to yourself every day?
yes.
So where did this inner strength come from? Because like sometimes as teens, we finicky. One minute we like this, next minute we don't. So what was that commitment like for you?
Um I always said to myself, like, I want to make it real far for the stuff that I do. And then after my grandma passed, it was hard. Then it was like I'm doing everything for her too.
For
Want to
your
make her
grandma?
proud. Mhm,
So I'm looking at the pictures, I'm looking at the videos, I'm looking
mhm,
at all these things that's saying not only family, but I feel like you have more on your shoulders than most teenagers, right?
mhm,
You got your family, you got the name, you out here like representing X.
yeah.
So what does that feel like, having this type of pressure? Or is it pressure to you?
Um, the only time is really pressure if I got something big coming up. But like on a regular, no, not really no pressure on me. The only pressure it is like just trying to keep my grease together. That's really it.
Okay. So on an average, like and I know you mentioned about taking care of your body.
Mhm.
And a lot of times we don't do that. We don't do that as kids, and we don't do that as an adult. Trust me, I know. So what does that mean for you with, your commitment of taking care of your body? Tell somebody about that.
Like right after a workout, I can get an ice bath or an Epsom salt bath, and then after that, just stretch, I can roll my muscles out, use a massage gun before I go to sleep.
Oh, the ice bath, like the ones you see on the movies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh. So
yeah.
how do you get used to that? Like I'll be thinking, I can't do it.
My first
Mm-mm.
time I got in,
He
I
cried.
cried.
Wow. How long you have to sit in there?
I was sitting there for like 10 minutes. No, it was 5 minutes.
7 minutes.
Oh, 7 minutes. I sat there for 7 minutes. It was the worst.
So I mean, after after your 7 minutes of being in the ice
Mhm.
and then you get out, is it worth it? Like those moments, like, whew, feel
Yes, sir.
better?
Yes. I mean, it's like it like shock your leg. It shocks your legs.
Okay, I get it. So what about I remember back in the day, this is 20 some years ago, okay? 20 something years ago when I used to run track. We always had like, your Pedialytes and bananas and all of
Huh?
these things to if you catch a cramp and all of this stuff, do you have to do that too?
Not cussing, kind of, but just-
Yeah. Yeah, he does the bananas and
Yeah.
stuff.
I
That's what-
remember it was 20 years ago, but I do remember.
He was just catching a cramp. That's what he
Wow,
was
just now?
just now.
Wow, that's crazy. I remember these days, like, I mean, so much of running, stretching, doing all of these things, making sure they used to tell us like all this junk food, stop it, making sure that we have, the right nutrients in our body to make sure
Uh-huh.
that we can finish the race. And that was I had no idea. And I didn't speak that on you about cramps, but I remember those was the time we had to make sure that it was on deck.
Mhm.
Wow, that's crazy.
The worst
So,
cramp.
Dad,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
what were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying like the worst cramps you could get is waking up. Like waking up with cramps. I
Yeah,
woke up, I woke up a couple of times getting cramps.
yeah, the Charlie horses. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, those was not good feelings.
Mhm.
I remember the first time I tried out for the track team, my ninth grade year, and he had us run around the whole track,
Mhm.
and I'm thinking I'm in shape. I was way better than that. But I would thought I was in shape, trying to run a full, like run real fast around there. By
Mhm.
the time I got to the end, I fell out. And they said, well, honey, you supposed to pace yourself. I said, well, ain't nobody tell me, you just told me to run. So how do you get to a place, and I've watched you race,
Mhm.
to actually pace yourself? Because you're looking at the people like, look, y'all don't even know what y'all about to get yourself into. I'm about to smoke y'all. So what do you do to keep yourself in a pace? And you know when to turn it on.
Mhm.
How do you get in that moment right there?
It's like I want to say it's like a strategy, but like I just like once the gun pops, I just be running. But I do know how to run a race though. But you can't go all out. You can't go all out because like during the final stretch, you might not have none.
No, exactly. Yeah, you gotta pace yourself. You gotta you still pay attention to those around you. You can hear them. You ain't gotta
Mhm.
turn your head or nothing like that.
Mhm.
But you know when to turn it on.
Mhm.
So even when you think you're gonna get close,
Mhm.
no, you're not. I still got something in the tank. So and that's the moment where you be like, I told y'all didn't know, y'all didn't know, man. I'm
And it's
eventually got to get there to actually see you in action.
uh-huh. And sometimes like I remember during my sophomore year, it was the
Mhm.
county's 400. Like coming down the stretch, it was like sometimes it's like I don't be having none, but then once I see somebody trying to come like trying to pass me, like I just get some like energy out of nowhere. I just start going.
Yeah. And I'm sure your coach, your dad talked to you about running into the curves. I
Hmm.
remember that too.
Yeah.
Making sure that you have the enough energy to pass somebody or stay ahead. So
Hmm.
I congratulate you on all your endeavors, all your success that's going on. I'm
Hmm.
rooting for you, way from Michigan. So you'll have fans all over the earth, all over the world to see you actually win. And not only that, you black and you a male. Come on now, let me see your name in lights. With your head on your shoulder. Talking about let me make sure my grades is good. What's your grade point average right now?
Well, now I haven't checked my grades, but most of my cousins I got A's. Like most of my cousins I just have A's. The only
It's about the last time I checked it was about 3.2.
And
It's
that's
about a
good.
3.2. Yeah, it's about a 3.2. With playing two sports and traveling and practice and all the other commitments, I think I mean
That's excellent.
he has won, he did win the Ted Evans Scholar Athlete Award as a sophomore from his school. So, he's doing it in the class as well. He's getting
Absolutely.
interest from Ivy League schools, so that says it. That says enough.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know how good you're doing. No one has to tell you. You already know.
Mhm.
And I feel like even if you felt like something wasn't right, you would actually get help early enough to make
Mhm.
sure that you straight, right?
Mhm.
And if you don't, I'm coming to New Jersey for you. So, what are the records? Like, I know you got plenty, and I seen the little medals and all of this stuff. Like, kind of let them know how bad you really are. Brag on yourself a little bit.
My records.
Freshman. You got the freshman.
Oh yeah, I got the freshman record
What, 200,
for the 200 and the 300.
200, 300, 400.
Oh yeah, and the 400. And then sophomore, I got the record for 400,
400.
the 200, and those
Yeah,
are the
the
only two.
200. Yeah,
And then now,
because of the COVID season.
yeah, and
Now
now
you have the all-time school record
for 400. And I didn't,
indoor.
yeah, for indoor. And I didn't run no other races during indoor except for the 600.
And you're third in the school history.
Yeah, I'm third in school history.
Wow.
But you're
Impressive.
fourth. Now tell her what's the big one. Tell her the big one that you got.
I'm fourth. No,
And you're fourth in South Jersey history.
uh,
In the history of South Jersey 400-meter runners, you're fourth.
That's good too.
mhm.
Especially when you're breaking records. That means at any moment, 20, 30, 40 years from now, somebody can actually look you up and it's documented. Do you know how big that is?
Yeah.
Now, the other thing, what about how do you have your balance? Do you have balance? Like you have your fun time, you have your school time, you have your sports. I seen you have a little girlfriend. Was that what that was? So how you balancing everything, sir?
Um, most of the time, like I'm more serious most of the time. And like when I know it's times I gotta be serious, I'll put like most of my stuff to the side. Like it's not no time for fun and all that. I mean like track you supposed to have fun, winning everything, that's fun. But then like after the race you can still have fun. So coaches and everything.
Hmm. So what is the we talked about this that most of sports, even though it's still physical, a lot of it is still mental.
Hmm.
So again, your bus rides or I remember we had to be on bus rides going to different schools. We'll have our fun. Then the coach would be like, silence, get your mind right.
I
Everybody had a as they say, an anthem music that's hyping you up. Do y'all do that?
don't talk. I don't be talking at all. Like I'll be in the back of the bus just laying down with my music playing already on the way there.
So what you listening to? Who's one of your favorite artists you be listening to getting ready for a race?
Raw weed.
Hmm.
Yeah, raw weed.
So, Dad, um, when did you know that, or when did it click for you that your son was really serious about sports?
Um, I don't know if he doesn't remember actually how it all really started. Um, we knew back when he was about 8 years old. He's right about that. He started to come, to me to throw the football, and we would go outside, and we throw the football around and stuff like that, and I, see how fast he could run, just playing around. And he came home from school with a pamphlet, a little flyer, and for the township like Pop Warner League. And he didn't even give it to me. He gave it to his mother, and he asked her first, and she said, "Well, go talk to your dad." And she took him to sign him up, and said to them, his dad's going to want to be involved in this. And they said, you know what, tell his dad to come on down. We could use more guys that, So I began coaching him his first year. I joined the coaching staff the first year, and we noticed right away that he was a lot more athletic than a lot of the other kids. We noticed it right away that he was doing, and he could do things, and he listened really well. That was still till today. Uh, that's one of the bigger things with him is that, like you said, his strategies that he goes into these races with. Yourself as a former track athlete. There is strategy
Absolutely.
in track. There's a lot of races are the way you run the way. The races is how you'll finish it, and we plan. We know who we're running against. We you really learn. Like I said, I had to learn all these things with him.
Mm-hmm.
We went through this process together from day one.
Okay.
I knew when they started a track team the first year in the town we were living in Mays Landing, New Jersey, and they started a track team, and we said, well, we were gonna let's try out, and Xander birthday is October 15th. Okay, so he got stuck uh, in the school entry, you know, uh, like going into kindergarten and all that stuff, that grade cutoff thing
Mm-hmm.
where he had to compete against kids older always. He could never compete against anyone his own age. He always had to compete a year up because of his birthday.
Okay.
So, when he was his first year of track, he actually made the Junior Olympics. And I was like, okay, you know, he just did something. He just ran with the 12-year-old team, and he's only 10, and he's going to the Junior Olympics, and they ranked 23rd in the country that year. And I said to myself at that point, he's good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the country was the nation, And I said he's gonna be good. I knew that. At that point, I took him to the coach he's with right now. He's been with the same guy since he was 9. He's
That's
had the
good
same
too.
coach. Um, he's coached a lot of kids. He's helped coach, Sydney McLaughlin. at a point, he's very, very good. His name is Alan Law Sr. Um, he's coached his son Alan Laws Jr., which is now a New Jersey State Trooper. You hate to run from if you had to run. you know, he actually trains Xander too. So he has a team now that he's always had since 9 years old. Coach Laws wanted to retire, and he said to me, I won't retire if you promise me that you'll bring him when it's time for high school. And I said, when he was, like I said, 9 years old, he was out there, and he's training with Pleasantville High School, which has always produced some great runners from New Jersey. One of Xander's former teammates right now is at Mississippi State. Xander just broke his record last week in the 400 meters. Xander broke his record, and he was so excited when he found out. It was just that it's a family. We all are. Pleasantville High School track and field is a family. I had no thought. There was never a thought of where anywhere else. It was always, this is where he's gonna go. We're gonna find a way. We weren't in the school district, but we were gonna find a way to get him there. And when it came down to when it came down to it, we actually moved into the
Yeah,
school district
absolutely.
just so that he could go there.
Get the
And
best opportunities.
yeah, that
Be with the
actually,
best
yeah,
team. Absolutely.
he sent
Um,
over, 200 kids to college, throughout his career.
absolutely.
So Xander's, going to be, another prize that he sends off, to a Division I big time, track and field program. He's way beyond where he should be actually. He's putting up numbers right now that are as a junior, he's the number 5 ranked junior in the country, in 400 meters. You
And
know,
you did say country, not just
yes,
New Jersey, right?
yes, no, not in
Oh,
New
okay.
Jersey.
I
Yeah,
just
he's
want
number
people to catch that. What you just said. No, I'm
number
just no.
15 in the United States of America. He's the number
Gotcha.
15 ranked 400-meter runner
I
as a
got you.
junior.
I just want them to understand. I don't want them to sleep on that part. You said
Yeah,
country,
that's
not
right.
just New Jersey.
That's right.
So, so X, what is your favorite race?
Huh?
I
I
got
was asking X, what's his favorite race?
400, but it was at one point in time. I liked I liked doing the 200, but now since I've been running the 400 for a while, I'm starting to like run the 400.
Um, do you do any relays or is it just straight single races?
Yeah, I did a 4x1, the 4x4.
You do
See, now
everything.
you talking my language. I like the single races, but I love the relays.
Hmm.
And actually, my freshman year, um, our team broke some records for our high school. So yeah, don't ask me why I didn't stick with track. But anyway, I was a person that also did multiple sports. I think I played something every season. So it was never a moment that I wasn't touching some sport. I did
Hmm.
basketball, softball. I was a beast in softball. Ooh, wee. Mm, 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 mm. Softball, volleyball, um, swimming, and of course track and field. I wanted to do powder puff football. They wouldn't let me.
He actually had 2 girls that blocked for him one year that he rushed for, I don't know, he had a couple of 200-yard games behind these girls.
Listen, the girls, we were in the weight room with the guys that were playing football, and they came up with this. I think it was one girl that petitioned the
Mhm,
school district to get in on football, and she
mhm.
won. So of course, a lot of other girls wanted to do it, and my mom was like, "I want grandchildren, so that would be a no for you." Dang it, Mama! I want to play football, but she wouldn't
You
let me.
know, we
Mm,
noticed him, and as you see, his demeanor is a lot of the accomplishments that he has done and as a youth to this point. It's just another race, just another game.
yeah,
It, I'm not where I want to be yet. Um, when I get where I want to be, then we'll see. I think he gives me that feeling a lot. Sometimes I'm like, do you realize what you just did? And to him, it's just another
it's
race.
humble. It's
Yeah,
humbleness, and it's
very, very.
one race at a time. Like
One
sometimes if
race
he
at a
look too
time.
far ahead, um, some people, not him, and
Mhm,
not me. Sometimes you
mhm,
get the big head. Oh, I'm
mhm,
this, I'm that, and then when you get to the race,
mhm,
you choke because you in your head. Like I said, most of the time, I would say at least 80% of it, even though it's a physical game,
mhm.
80% of it is mental.
Very,
Because again,
very.
you have to put the blinders on. You got to
Mhm,
be aware of what's going on, when to do, what to do. Strategy has to be on point or you will lose. It doesn't
yes.
matter if you have 50 million records.
Mhm,
At any time, that can be snatched. So
mhm.
again, it's one race at a time, and that's the right attitude to have. Actually,
You know,
I did
we
it.
that's what we do. We do one race at a time, one day at a time. One prayer at a time. And we know he's going to get better. But I have been labeled, like with the LeVar Ball of Pleasantville, because I'm willing to bet my last buck on my kid. You know, I know him as well as you can know an individual. I'm very confident in him. He doesn't talk. I talk. Um, and he backs it up.
Absolutely.
You know, um, I believe in him with my whole heart. I watch him. I watch. I know him so well that I can tell you, you know, he's going to win. He's not going to win. He's going to do well. I can tell you from the way he walks out the door
Mhm.
how the day's going to go. You
So,
know,
X,
he
quick question. Hmm. On an average, how much are you sleeping?
I'll be sleepy. I just be tired. My body's just tired. So like, if I try to lay down and go to sleep, I can't go to sleep most of the time.
Is it because you're in your head or is just your body is still wired up? Or is it both?
This is both. So like right now, I'm just like right now. I'm just thinking about Friday.
Yep, that happens. Because you already know what's on the line. You already know you're ready to get this race over so you can go to the next one. I get it. I get
Mm-hmm.
it. But as always, um, like you said, with taking care of your body is still making sure you get rest. Because if you don't get rest, your body will make you rest and you don't want that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes we have to find another way to make sure that the whole body is getting rest. That
Mm-hmm.
includes your mind. And being a creative person and being an athlete, that sometimes can be, and that is contagious. Why you keep doing that, sir? Um, so it'll be, uh, it'll mess with you. So you got to find another way sometimes to. We used to joke. about this. Like, oh, you want to go to sleep? Go to grab the Bible or something. Inside joke. But however, it will always put you to sleep. But we got to find another way to like rest your body and rest your mind, and so you be fully at it the next day. Do you have any plans of possibly trying to go to the Olympics?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can go from uh college, right? Or if you have to be a certain age.
Yeah, you can go from college. There's Olympic trials.
What's going to happen is about the time the Olympics comes around every 4 years.
Every four
So
years
yeah, so his right around his sophomore year
in college,
of
right?
college, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it'll be time for the Olympic trials and stuff, and the Olympics to be coming around.
Got
Um,
you.
at the rate he's running right now, if his progression continues to go,
Hmm.
he'll be ready
Okay.
at that time because he's running 45 indoors. I mean, he's running 48, 47. What did you run? 48 indoors now. 49, uh, 48 indoors now will equate to about 46 outdoors, 47 outdoors. So that's about a second and a half. So if he goes from now till his sophomore year and he drops a second or second and a half, Olympic time is about 43,
Okay.
42.
Got you.
You understand? So he's at 46,
Yeah.
47 now.
Hmm.
In another 3 years, he's at, he's right there.
Let me
So
ask this. X, if you had to choose between the two, football or track, which one would you choose? No pressure, no pressure.
I'll pick track, but I like playing football though.
Hmm. Okay. Which one do you like better with track? Do you like inside or do you like outside?
Outside.
Okay. Let's see.
I think he likes outside because inside's everything's double.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you're outside running the 400 meters, it's one lap. Everything on the line, one lap. And
And the turf and stuff
indoors,
is
it's
different
more of
as
a
well.
strategy. Yeah, indoors is more of a strategy than it is outdoors.
Absolutely.
Um, Outdoors is you still have to get out and try and get yourself in position for that last 110 meters of the race. Um, but indoors, you want to try to win that first lap. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's just a lot different. The tracks are different. I think he breathes better outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think that's why he likes outside better. It's a little faster. You know, um, when you get to the high school level and start getting beyond that, the meets go a little faster than youth, and because it's one race, bang, 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 bang. So we'll know he runs Friday. The preliminaries in the 400-meter national championship will be I think he runs maybe about four, is it four or
I'm
four
30.
4:30 on Friday. And the finals will be, God willing, he makes the finals, will be Saturday at 5:30
Okay.
or 6:30, right?
Um,
5:30, 5:30 on
Okay.
on Saturday. So top six finish will make him an All-American. Um, and then we see from there. We're shooting for, a junior season, of some really good and solid victories and some big invitational meets that he won, and an All American season, and finishing the top, runners in the country. That's the goal. Um, Next year we want to win it all. It's a
Absolutely.
progression. It's a progression, and you don't want to move too fast because you don't want them to peak too early,
Right.
because there's nowhere to go. You know, he still has, a ceiling. He still has somewhere to go. We don't want him to go too fast, and then there's nowhere else to go. And he's there
Absolutely.
already. Now he has to maintain there. We want him to rise. And so that he can enjoy, the ride.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and we want him to go away. You know, the choice is going to be 100% his, whatever school he picks. But I know that he wants to go somewhere and see something and or learn a new place. Meet new people. Do some new things. That's what we want for him.
Absolutely.
And he's right on track. To do these things. He makes me really proud. He gave me myself. When Xander came along, I had said, I wasn't gonna, we all say I ain't having no more kids, and all, but when Xander came along, Xander was kind of a second lease on fatherhood for me. You know,
Mhm.
um, in my earlier years, I was in a relationship that didn't work, and so my children were, with their mom in South Carolina. So, you know, I wasn't able to be there with them. Um, but along comes this one, and I'm here,
So
and I'm
X,
here with them.
how does that feel hearing your dad say that about you?
About you being here.
About me having a second chance to be a dad. Yeah.
Man, it feels good because like I know like most people they didn't grow up with their dads and stuff. And so like this is like I don't know what the word is. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. This is like a I'm just happy that yeah, it's a blessing to have like you have my fault. Have a daddy in life.
And that was one thing that I wanted to bring out because when I look at your pictures, when I see your videos, and it's good to see parents supporting.
Mm-hmm.
It makes life a lot easier when you're doing what you're doing and you know somebody's supporting you. Um, I would have loved to talk to your mom to see how she feels about her baby
Finish out.
uh, being who you are. She birthed you, so of course, she wants to, make sure. I've heard plenty of moms, especially when it comes to their sons playing football or sports in general, they usually want to hug and protect, like, no, don't hurt my son, don't do this, don't do that. And so, it's an
He's the
unseen
loudest
thing, like,
mom. She's the loudest mom there. They know
and that's
Xander's mom.
good.
They know Xander's mom. And the first time he had his first ever in his entire career, the first time he didn't get up after a play. Uh
Oh, Uh-oh.
mom in action. It was like, holding back the bulls,
Right.
out not to run out on the field, So she's screaming to me, "No, that's my baby down on the ground," and he's in 11th grade, and she's screaming, "That's my baby on the ground." Oh man, but thank God it was nothing serious. It was just a feeling. It was just something that he'd never felt before, and it scared him. It's more so scared him than anything. He scared us, and it scared him. And
because I couldn't feel my I couldn't feel my arm. I thought I broke my arm. So
yeah, he thought he had broken his arm, and it wasn't. It was just a
But they
stinger,
just
and
popped you real good.
yeah, he went to make he actually made the tackle,
no,
and
I don't know. I think my arm got stuck
the
or
way
something.
that
I
he
don't
got
know.
stuck in the grass.
Look, them huddles ain't no joke.
Yeah, yeah,
And I heard a lot of stuff that goes on in the huddle. I
yeah.
mean, when you're on the pile, they trying to
Hmm.
make sure you don't get back up.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my brother played football too, so I understand. Trust me. So,
He. Yeah. Let's go.
let's see. So in school, what is your favorite subject? Do you have one?
I like English.
Oh, yes. That's me all day. Yes. I
I know
really like you.
I know it's not a subject, but I like gym too. It's
That
not
is
a
not a
subject.
subject. Did you just really say that? It's not a subject. Oh.
Oh no, it's English and history.
I get it. I get it. Now English, yeah, that's me all day. I like history too. My other one was science. No,
I like science a little bit.
you ain't want to blow nothing up.
He actually is pretty good. He had there's a track. His track coach's brother. Um, all three of them are high school track coaches. His
Mhm.
and he tells us the story about sitting back watching him as a kid build a rocket, and that was what drew him to him, was that how he took his time and figured out how to make this thing work, and that out of everyone in the class at this camp, uh, his was the only one that worked.
Mm.
His was the only one that actually shot up into the trees, when they went outside.
Everyone had a group.
Yeah,
I
and
was just doing it
everyone
by
had
myself.
grouped up, and he was by himself, and he, took his time and figured it out. And he tells that story. So I don't know why science or any of those things wouldn't be one of his favorites, because of stuff like that. But like you said, Jim's not a class, bro.
I know. I saw it. I know it's not a subject.
At least he told me. I know this not a subject, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So, Jill,
I don't know.
long as you didn't say lunchroom, okay? Great.
Okay. No, he ate
Hallelujah.
the
Thank
lunch.
you.
He doesn't eat the school lunch.
um,
Yeah,
we have one. Well, it's almost time. When we have fun, the hour goes past so fast.
yeah,
If anybody is online and you have a question for X or his dad, I hear his mom, I think, in the background. If y'all have any questions, post it in the chat real quick so we can ask a question. I am so excited. I feel like I am among celebrities right now. When I can look on TikTok and I can look on Instagram and see photos and videos of this person, I'm like, oh, look, he
actually,
dusted
he
that
has.
person.
You can go to YouTube, um, and type in my name, Silas Bogin, and
That's what you gotta do. You pop up.
yeah, you can just type in
Okay.
Silas Bogin, and it'll all pop up. You can watch all of his races from 9-year-old 400 meter up to
We
the
got a question on the table.
Okay.
X, how many hours do you train a day?
It's only 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's only 2 hours.
Only.
hmm
So do you? I mean,
It goes by fast though.
of course. So do you do anything extra outside of that?
Yeah, my fault. Yeah. Yeah, when I come home, I do my push-ups and my sit-ups before I
I'm
go
gonna
to
need
sleep.
you to eat some bananas or something. What's going on with you over
He had
here?
practice because he came straight from practice.
You right. Oh, that poor baby. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
He
I
ain't even
feel
been in the
some.
shower yet.
Right, I was about to say I feel some ice coming on.
Yeah, yeah.
Another question: is your training different from each track meet?
You do different stuff. Yeah.
It depends what he has me running. Because sometimes he chooses my races. So like if I'm running the 400, he'll make me run like one workout I'll have like 10 200s, or one workout I'll have a 500, and then go down. Go
Okay.
down.
Do your school have cross country?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So do you do that too or no? You are lucky.
He did cross country in middle school and what was it? Middle
Middle
school?
school.
Yeah, middle school.
Either 6th and 7th grade. And
Yeah.
I was doing it. I did.
Listen, our
Middle
coach was
school.
like, you doing this, but in the meantime, you doing cross country. So
Yeah,
what
see,
cross country did for us, going the distance, once you do the short races, that's a breeze.
yeah, they
And
won
it
the
helps with
championship.
pacing too.
But we won the championship. I stuck on my jacket.
Yeah. Elementary school, middle school, they won the championship across country. So he had stuck his hat in there, and played football at the same time. So he would leave cross country to go to football practice
Yep.
because they're in the same season.
And,
So
and I tell people this all the time, especially those who are getting into sports, even if you're not the best at one, at least all year round, you're constantly doing something. You're constantly in shape. I even went when I said I was really good at softball, I would watch movies that have everything to do with whatever sport I'm playing at the time. So at the time, softball, I was watching A League of Their Own. You ever heard of it?
I did.
Listen, that movie helped me out so much and it inspired me to make sure that at any league I could play with the best. And so this is something I also did. Track and field, I watched the Gail Devers. Huh?
Here's
Oh, the
his
mom?
mom. Here's his mom.
How are you?
Come on, mom.
Sit down. She went to ask you.
Look, I look a mess. I just got out the shower.
You okay? Hi, mom.
Hi, how are you?
I am good.
Yes.
How do you feel about your son achieving all these goals?
Oh, I know. I just love it. I just love it.
That's awesome. Like I told him, it is a blessing to have both your parents supporting you. Not only your parents, but the other family, the village is supporting you. So don't ever feel like a big way out in Michigan. Come on now.
Yes, thank you.
I'm so excited again that Wally told me about you. And ever since then, like I said, this is a connection forever.
Yes, yes.
I will continue even after this. You can ask anybody that's already been on this show. I constantly keep in touch with them. I'm always sharing whatever you share. So again, I am proud of you. I know the best is yet to come. I know you're gonna achieve everything above everything you ever dreamed or thought of. And again, thank you, parents, for allowing him to be him, whatever that is. Supporting him to make sure that he be the best in whatever he wants to achieve. So again, I know an hour go past so fast. I'm glad to see your face.
Yes.
And
So
again,
everything
we
I
will
want to say before we leave is just as black parents with a black son made sure that he watched, what was it last night?
Brian Banks.
The movie
okay.
Oh,
about the
watch it. Oh my
about
Probably
the
will watch
athlete
it tonight.
that was
yeah.
What is it on?
I watched it BET.
Okay.
Mhm.
Brian Banks.
Brian Banks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch that
Watch
tonight.
that movie, and you'll understand why it's about an African American athlete that
True story.
true story that was like him that got himself in a jam.
But it
And-
wasn't he.
and he was,
Yep.
yeah,
Just
he
watch
was
it.
innocent. He was innocent, but
Mhm.
he ended up,
It took a long time for
know,
them.
yeah, he ended up having to go to prison, and all kind of stuff
Yeah.
happened, and he ended up.
Yes,
at the
because
end,
you messing up the
he did.
movie.
He told
Yeah.
everything.
So just real quick, X, if people want to support you or find you, where can they find you at again?
What's it?
What's your
tell me.
IG,
My
YouTube?
Instagram, my Instagram is x x underscore the underscore Cannon,
Mhm.
and my
And-
Twitter
Yeah.
is 19x fire. Yeah. And then
Right.
Yeah, and then
And
you can
YouTube?
always check me on Facebook, Silas Bogin, on Facebook, and you'll see the profile picture of him on there. So, because my son has one too, so you'll see the picture of him on there, and you'll see all.
His
all-
name and lights.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I already seen that.
Yeah.
So Wally said, never forget opponents are competitors waiting for a chance to steal yours. Work hard and protect your future.
Mhm.
Thanks.
All
Thank
right,
you.
guys. I
So
hear you.
again, I will send you guys the interview for tonight.
Okay.
And you guys can share it, do whatever you want to. Again, I
Yes.
am excited. I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work. I know I'm gonna see you in light. Like I said, remember, you talked to me before ESPN.
Yes.
So again, I will see you soon. Remember, everyone, please like and share. Again, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You are one person away, one advice away, and one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. And we are out.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Welcome.
Okay, I think you're done.